Hi everyone, good evening. Yes, Kamini, first like, first comment. Welcome to the class. Good evening, Akshay. Good evening, Prakash. Good evening, PCM lover. Very good. Hi everyone, welcome to the class. I can see so many of you here. How are you all? Hi Hima. Hi Adre. Hi John. Hi Ashish. Nayanshi. Hi everyone. 17B. Awesome. 7B. How are you all? I'm good. How are you? Amazing. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the class, right? Our amazing classes. Hi Arya and Nidhi. Awesome. Hi Sanya. Good evening. Hi Akshay. Thank you so much. Wishing you the same in advance. So much love to you. I am good. I'm really very good and I'm really very exciting for our class today. We have an amazing quiz. Apart from that, we have an amazing topic that we will be doing today. So, you can quickly get your notebooks, your pen, and you definitely have a water bottle with you so that you can drink water in between. Yes? Awesome. Yes, good to see you all of you here. We'll be starting with our class. And let's start, right? So we have the decoding diseases. It's a part 2 of our class, right? In the previous class, we learned actually a lot of things. So first of all, we'll be quickly recapping those things and we'll be moving ahead, right? Yes. The creative. Welcome. Yes, good evening. Then Devnath, good evening. We have Abhijit. Good evening. Awesome. Hi, Andy. Hi, Sarah. Chalo, let's start our class, everyone, on that note. So, in today's class, let's understand and let's quickly recall, not a recall actually, right? Let's quickly know what we'll be learning today. Because if we have the understanding what are we going to learn today, we have an idea that what and how this class will be, right? So, the topics that we have today are really very interesting and we'll be learning more in detail about the diseases and the causes of them. So, over here, the first thing that we'll be discussing in today's class is the causes of disease. So, you can note these points down. Then, of course, we'll be discussing about the types of diseases based upon the various different types, right? Of course, we'll be discussing about a very important thing we have, that how the diseases spreads. And of course, we'll be talking about the organs and the tissue specific manifestations. So how various something, I'll not be telling you what, how they'll be affecting the organs and the tissues, right? So this is the plan for today. I'm sure that you all are excited just like me, right? Yes? Yes, Andy, thanks to the amazing team we have. The pill animation is really very interesting. Yes. They'll be super happy that you have commented this. Awesome. I can see Akshay telling us about how they will be getting spread. So let's start, right everyone? On a very great note, I want the full energy in the chat box. You should be typing the important points only, right? Don't spam over here. And of course, I can see the comments over there. So let's start. Okay. So Sarah is asking what the pill animation. So let me just show you the cool thing, right? See, can you see from here? The pill will come and of course, it has the name of the topic. Interesting, right? Full energy, awesome. So now everyone, let's quickly recap the things that we have studied in the previous class. We talked about the disease, right? Now what is a disease? Disturbed ease, right? We will not be very comfortable at that particular state that we are in when, of course, if there's some disease in our body, right? So we have the disturbed ease and it's a state of being uncomfortable. Then in the previous class, we discussed about the classification of diseases, right? There are two main types, of course, based upon the duration, and then we have the based upon the causes. Yes. Hi, Papi, I know you're on time. You just started. Yes, very good. So we have the based on the duration and of course, based on the causes. So of course, let's quickly discuss about the thing that we have discussed in the previous class, that is based on the duration. So we know that based upon the duration, we have the two important classification. Anyone in the chat? I want you to write the answers. Yes, very good Kanishk. Very good Akshay, Andy, Ashish, Hema, very good. Yes, I can see the answers. Yes, you're absolutely correct. There are two different types. Of course, we have the acute diseases that will be there in the body for a shorter time and will not be affecting the working of the body, right? And of course, we have the few examples over here. We have common cold, malaria and diarrhea. Then we have chronic diseases and they will be there in the body for a very long time, be it the months, years, or maybe for the whole lifetime. Over here, we have a few examples. We have AIDS, diabetes and the cancer in the examples of the chronic disease. Are we clear with all of this? Very good, Ashish. Yes. Awesome. Right? So, over here we have discussed about the different two types of diseases based upon the duration. Simple है. Acute, shorter time, ना? बहुत थोड़े time के लिए they'll be there in the body. Then we have the chronic diseases जो बहुत लंबे time के लिए body में रहेंगे. Yes? Yes. Are we clear with this? Awesome. Right? So we have actually studied about this and we are aware about this. Moving ahead, we will be discussing in detail about the based on the causes. Right? So how we can actually classify the diseases on the cause. Interesting, right? Before we get into this, you know what? Let's just take an example so that we have a better understanding. We always tell, right, when we use an example, what happens? We have a better understanding. So let's talk about it. So over here, we have a very cute baby. I'm sure once upon a time, we were also such cute, right? Yes. Yes. So over here, we have this baby which is suffering from diarrhea. Now, what could be the causes of this? What do you think? What could be the causes of this baby suffering from diarrhea? Yes? Oh, I can see a few things over here. Few answers. Yes. Yes, very good PCM lover. You're saying, bacteria, pathogens. Yes. Food poisoning, environment. Malnutrition, yes, eating unhealthy food, contaminated water. I'm sure you have covered up all the points, right? So let's discuss the causes of the diarrhea over here. Now, when we talk about the diarrhea, of course, it can be a cause, of course, because of the pathogens, can be caused due to the poor nourishment to the baby. Then, of course, we have the poor sanitation and unhygienic condition. So, over here we have the four causes that will be causing the diarrhea. Yes? Now that we are clear with this, let's talk in detail and let's study in detail about the various causes of diseases. This is really important from the exam point of view and we usually get confused with it. I can see the answers and basically the topic subparts here. That's really very amazing. That means that you are well prepared for today's class. Yes. Very good, Vishal. Yes, absolutely correct. So you tell me, how many of you actually came to the class after reading the textbook? Yes? So I told you to read the textbook in the last class, right? Hi, Chitra. Yes, we'll have an amazing quiz once this class is done. So yeah, that's one really very exciting thing we have. Yes, that's really very good. I can see Abhijit said, Akshay, then Tehreem, Andy, Hema, Sanya, Amrita. Very good. Kaushik, Vishal, Jayantika. Okay, amazing. There are few 8th class kids, right? Just imagine. You're learning, you're actually ahead of your time. Good. So now we'll be discussing about the causes of the disease and over here we have, of course, pathogen. We have lack of nourishment, genetics. Then we have the poverty and the lack of public service. And then we have the pollution. So we have these 5 different causes. Let's talk about them in detail. Here we are starting with the first one. We have the pathogens. Now I'm sure you know what are pathogens. Can you write in the chat box what are pathogens? A very one-line information about the pathogens. Yes? Come on, come on. Very good. Yes. Tell me. Very good, Hema. That's the first thing I can see over here. Disease causing microbes, disease causing microbes, disease causing germs, because of them if we fall sick. Yes, very good. Amrita, John, Chitra, amazing. Very good, Ashish. Amazing. So you are giving the correct answer. So we know that pathogens are the microbes which are responsible for causing a particular disease. And of course, in that we have a huge variety. As you were saying earlier, we have bacteria, fungi, viruses, protozoa and worms, and the list is really very big. Right, so we have these, and these are the pathogens, and they'll be causing various diseases. So here we have discussed the first cause of disease. Moving ahead to the next one, what we have? We have the lack of nourishment. I don't have to tell you that what is the importance of the great nutrition, right? If there's a poor nutrition, what will happen? Of course, the individual will not be healthy, and of course, he or she will be more prone to diseases, right? So we should be eating lots of green vegetables, fruits, right? And of course, we should be avoiding the junk food. Yes? Yes, absolutely correct. We should be looking for a proper balanced diet. We should be eating the nutritious food. Moving to the next cause, what we have? We have the poverty and the lack of public service. So if there is the poverty or the lack of the public service, what will happen? It can lead to a disease, right? It can be a cause to a disease, right? So if there's a poverty, what will happen? The basic needs, the human needs, be it the shelter, the food and the basic public service, of course, a person will not be able to afford it, and of course, what will happen? This all can lead to diseases, right? So here we have the third point, and this is the one of the points that can actually cause the disease. Yes? Yeah, we can focus on the sanitation part of it. Yes? Very good. Oh, awesome. Now we're moving to the fourth cause, and the fourth cause is genetics. Now this is really very interesting. If there is the change in the DNA or the chromosome, right, if there's a major changing in those, what will happen? Of course, we will see various diseases happening, right? So if there's a change in the genetic material, right, in the DNA that we have, of course, we can see various genetic diseases, right? Or we can say basic lot of genetic disorders. Yes, absolutely correct. Passed from one generation to the next generation, right? Very good, Ashish. Very good. Awesome. So that's the fourth cause we have. Moving ahead to the last cause is, of course, not very new to us. That is the pollution. Pollution also causes, right? Of course, if there's a pollution, we'll see the pollution of air, water and soil. And of course, when all of it is happening, these can actually cause not one, several diseases, right? So, pollution is also a cause for the diseases. Simple. So, what we have discussed as of now? We have discussed about the causes of disease. Are you there with me? Yes, it's a very important question usually asked. And based upon this, we will be moving ahead to the very important topic. Over here, we have the 5 causes of diseases, right? We have pathogens, we have lack of nourishment, we have genetics, we have the poverty and the lack of the public, lack of the public service, and then we have the pollution. Now, we can actually differentiate these into 2 major categories, and those categories are over here. Now, one of course is the immediate cause. So, if there is a pathogen in my body, I will get the disease immediately, or we can say that that's an immediate cause. There are no steps into it, right? Because of a pathogen, I got the disease. Simple. But if these things are there, maybe the lack of nutrition, or the genetics, or the poverty, or the lack of the public services, or the pollution, these all are added up into the contributory causes. Yes? Are we clear? Yes. Yes, Papia, definitely. Bilkul. Yes. Yeah, a person can have more than one disease. Awesome. So, are we clear with this? Yes, are we clear with this? So, here we have the 2 causes, right? We have the immediate cause any pathogen which is entering in the body will be causing a disease. That's the immediate cause. Then we have the contributory causes. Okay, the lack of nutrition also can cause some disease. Genetics also can cause some disease, right? Poverty and the lack of public service can also cause a disease, and same goes for the pollution, right? So for example, let's take one example of the typhoid, right? You guys were saying in the chat box. So we know that of course in typhoid we have a pathogen, right? But from where we got this pathogen? Maybe from the food and the water, right? So over here we have this. So can you understand the difference between these? Immediate and the contributory. Are we clear with this? Yes, as you're absolutely correct, Manimala. As they're the main cause, we call them as the immediate. Awesome. Are we clear with this all? I want to see a thumbs up or a smiley so that we can move ahead. Come on, everyone. Very clear. Awesome. Yes. So over here we are talking about the immediate, right? So something of course when we talk about the pathogens, they'll be causing the disease immediately, right? They enter into our body and of course will have the disease. Over here we have the contributory causes, right? These can contribute to a person and of course then a person can get a disease. So that's a major difference between these two. Yes? Awesome. So we have discussed about the classification of disease based upon the duration, and now we're done with the based upon the causes. Now we'll be moving ahead to the classification of diseases. We have discussed about the diseases, right? Now let's talk about a very, very important point. Based upon the causes only, we can further differentiate. It's like those huge flow chart, right? It keeps on going deeper and deeper. Yes? So now based on the causes also, we have diseases, and of course we can actually break them into, or we can classify them into further to infectious disease and to non-infectious disease. This is really important and I want all of your attention over here. Yes, so when we talk about the infection, what happens? We know that it will be caused due to the infectious agent or of a pathogen. Yes? Yes, we'll be doing that. Hima will be doing that. Awesome, right? So are we clear what infectious disease is? By the name only you can guess, right, that it is happening due to the infectious agent or a pathogen. Then we have the non-infectious diseases, which is again very simple for us to understand, which is that they're caused by the internal region and not due to the infectious agent getting inside the body. So internal region is really very important, right? Can you give me some example of the non-infectious diseases? Yes? Yes, everyone. Yes, Chitra, you're absolutely correct. We'll be learning about them further. Yes, we have the infectious and the non-infectious disease. Very good, Ashish. Very good, Sanya. Very good. Awesome. So, now let's talk about them in detail. So, we have two. We have infectious diseases and we have non-infectious diseases. Of course, over here we have the list, right? Tuberculosis, malaria and pneumonia are infectious diseases because they are caused by a pathogen. Yes? Then we have non-infectious diseases like goiter, diabetes and cancer. They're happening due to there's some internal working, right? Due to some internal functioning. When the body is not functioning properly internally, right? Then of course we'll have these diseases and these are non-infectious. Yes? So we have these two things. Are we clear with the infectious and the non-infectious diseases? See, I will be talking to you again and again because this is really important. Yes? Awesome. We will be talking about that. Hema will be talking about that. Yes? Very good. Now moving ahead, further again, we can differentiate the infectious diseases into two categories. Communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases, as you guys were saying. So over here, when we talk about the communicable and non-communicable disease, we can say that communicable disease are those diseases that spread from one person to another person or one animal to another animal, right? Then the non-communicable diseases are those that actually will not be spreading from one individual to the another individual. Simple, right? The word communicable is really very easy for us to understand. Yes, everyone, are we clear with it? Come on. 20 minutes up in the session. I'm sure you all are enjoying the class and I'm sure your energy is high. Your josh is really high. Yes, and you are noting down all the important points and of course you are getting everything that we are discussing. Awesome. See, I want to see you over there. Be active. Right? Awesome. Great. You know that your teacher loves to talk, right? Awesome. So now that we are clear with the communicable and the non-communicable diseases, let's look at some of the example. So communicable disease, we have malaria and common cold. Now common cold, of course, if someone sneezes around us, we'll be like, okay, I don't want to get the cold, I don't want to get the cold, yes? So that's, of course, it's a communicable disease from one individual to the another. And we have we have the food poisoning, of course, which is the non-communicable disease, right? Are we clear with it? Okay, you know what? I will be testing you. Whether you're paying attention to the class, here is the time for you to pick the right answer. Yes? Awesome, chalo. Answer this question, everyone. Yes, everyone, I want you to see. Ashish, it is a communicable disease. Absolutely. Okay, I can see the answers already. We have Ashish, Andy, then Tehreem, then Arya. Yes, then Chetna, Chitra. Yes, Ayush, Vishal, Amrita, Kanishka, Shalini, Abhijit, Shraddha. My God, I have to stress on my eyes. Akriti, Sara. Very good. So we have the question which is the immediate cause among the following is, of course, we know that it's the pathogen, right? Genetics, poverty and the pollution are the contributory causes. Super amazing. Right? Now that we are done with this question, it was a very easy thing, right? Awesome. See, you were paying the attention to the class, that's why you got this answer correct. Take some credit from my side. You guys are really amazing. Very good, Suhani. Sanya, easy, yes. Okay. So now that we are clear that the immediate cause among these is the pathogen and we know that pathogens are the disease causing microbes, let's talk about them more because we have to focus on the immediate cause, right? So here we'll be talking about the pathogens. And what we know about them? Of course, we know that they are also referred to the infectious agents, right? They are the one which will be causing the infection. So easy, right? Infectious agent. Now, we can easily classify them into different types of infectious agent that you're already aware of. And of course, here we have a long list. We have the viruses, we have bacteria, we have protozoa, okay, and we have the worms. See over here? Okay, these are really very dangerous. So we have virus, bacteria, protozoa, fungi and the worms. These are the infectious agent. Are we clear about this? Yes? Yes, everyone? Thank you, Dhuvati. Yes? Thank you, Chitra. Awesome. So we are clear with this, right? Now you know what we'll do? Let's go into a bit more detail. We'll be discussing about the different types of infectious agent. And here we are starting with something really very interesting. And I have a very interesting information for you. So we are focusing on the virus over here. And there's very interesting information that we have. That in India, third, right? India has a third highest HIV/AIDS epidemic in the world. So many people are affected with the HIV virus. Now, can you tell me what is the full form of AIDS? Yes, I'm sure you are aware about that. Yes, yeah, it's a fact. Yes, yeah, it's a fact. Right? It's really sad, right? we should be spreading awareness about it. Yes, absolutely correct. So can you tell me what is the full form of AIDS? I can see some answer. Yes, Ashish. Then we have Manimala. Adria, very good. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Very good. Right? Now it is caused by the virus, and the virus is human immunodeficiency virus, which is the HIV. Right? Amazing. So when we talk about the virus, right, over here we have lots of diseases that are caused by them. We have common cold, right? I'm sure you're aware about that. Yes? Then, of course, we have the influenza. Of course, what happens in the common cold, we all know, runny nose, right? Same, something similar we have in the, not so similar in the influenza. We have SARS, we have AIDS, right? We have the dengue, of course, and then the latest addition over here is the COVID-19. So when we talk about the virus, let's just, in general, let's talk about the virus, right? Now, viruses are really very special microbes in the way that they are not living outside the body of the organism. So if you imagine, if we have viruses around me, they'll not be able to affect me. They will be able to affect me only when they are getting inside the body, and of course, then will be going inside to the host cell, and they will be making multiple copies of themselves. Yes? Right, everyone? So viruses in that case are kind of special. Yes? Amazing. Okay? So we have this. These are some of the diseases which are caused by the virus. Now we'll be learning about that. We'll be learning about that. Naren will be learning about that. Okay. Moving ahead, we'll be talking about this something, right? Now, I'm sure you must have seen something like this. What is this? Can you tell me? Tell me. Have you experienced this? Like, anytime? Yes, Ashish. I can see, Abhijit, you're absolutely correct. Yes. What is this? This is acne, right? And this is caused by bacteria. Can you imagine? No, it's not a measles. It's an acne. Right? So here we have the name of the bacteria. This is really important. Yes? Yes, Sarah, I can definitely understand. Very good. Right? So over here, now we'll be discussing about the bacteria, right? Now, of course, bacteria they're again really very special, and there are good bacteria and there are bad bacteria, right? There are a lot of bacteria that cause various diseases in the body. We have tuberculosis, pneumonia, typhoid, cholera, acne, and anthrax. Yes, you know what? We will be discussing about this in detail in the next class. Today we're just focusing on the different agents and how they are causing the disease. Yes, Naren, very good. You're giving amazing information. Yes. Okay, so that's all about the bacteria. Now, you know what? Let's move ahead to a very special type of infectious agent, right? What is happening over here? Can you guess what is happening over here? This person is definitely have a fever and is actually feeling cold. I can see the answer. Very good, Ashish. Yes, very good, Abhijit. Yeah, fever. But in the fever, the person is feeling cold, and of course we see in the malaria, and the very important fact that we have over here, that in 2019 we saw this many death of the patients, and in 2018 we have this. It is caused by the protozoan, which is a plasmodium, right? So now we'll be discussing about the diseases caused by the protozoa, right? Of course, malaria is one of the common things that we know about them. So here we have protozoa. Of course, we have these diseases. We have malaria, sleeping sickness, and kala azar. Right? So I want you to focus over here. I want you to remember the names of the disease and their causing agent. So that's a homework for today's class, right? You should remember all of this because this is really important. And I don't have to tell you that this is really very important from the exam point of view, right? Yes, very good. Ashish, sorry, Ayushman, yes. Very good, Sham. Okay, now let's talk about it. So, in Kala Azar, of course, as the name suggests, of course, you will not feel so great about your body. You will have, there's less of sleep. Yes. Then, of course, body will not be in a very good state altogether. It's a type of fever, right? Yes. So, we'll be discussing that in detail, but I will not be discussing it now. Yes. Amazing. Now, moving from protozoa to the new fact that we have over here with us. Now, elephantiasis, right, is a condition in which foot becomes swollen and it actually resembles the elephant's leg. Now, can you tell me what is the cause for this? Yes? Okay, I can see the answers. Yes, absolutely correct. It is caused by the worm, right? Very good. Now, it's again a very common question asked in the examination. Worms, absolutely correct. So, over here, we will be discussing the different types of diseases that are caused by the worms, right? We have the Ascaris and Elephantiasis, caused by the Ascaris and, of course, the worm, right? So, when we talk about it, we have two, over here we have the worms that actually causes various diseases. Over here we have these two diseases that are mentioned, right? Now what happens when we are talking about the worms, right? They'll be entering into the body through the food tract, right? And they'll be going into our intestine, and of course, that's a major thing, right? What happens in there? They'll be going into a particular part of the body, and of course, when they go over there, after a certain amount of time only, we will see various changing happening in the body. And of course, those changes are not so good. Yes, definitely it's a disease. Yes. Which topic we should revise again? Yes, so we have discussed about the protozoa, right? We have discussed about the virus, bacteria, and now we're discussing about the worms. And we have these two diseases that are caused by the worms, right? Now, let me ask you a very, very easy question. Now, over here, what is it? Can you see something like this? Basically, it's a ringworm. I'm sure you must have seen the ads, right? So, can you tell me, ringworm, it has the word worm in it. So, is it caused by the worms? Yes? Is it caused by a worm or something else? Yes? Tehreem, absolutely correct. Hema. Then Adria, yes. Naren, very good. Abhijit, Aryan, yes, you're absolutely correct. It is caused by a fungi, right? Over here. Trichophyton, right? So over here we have the name of the fungi. Remember this, it is not caused by a worm, but a fungi is responsible for it. And over here we have other diseases that are caused by the fungi. Over here. So in our textbook we have these diseases, right? Athlete's foot, then we have the ringworm. So all of these diseases are caused by the fungi. Now we have discussed about the various pathogens and the disease that they cause. Now what we'll do, we'll actually move ahead and we'll learn more about them in the types of infectious agent. Now we are moving ahead to a very important topic. Now we are talking about the types of infectious agent. Of course, we have so many, right? We have viruses, we have bacteria, we have protozoa, fungi and worms, and they cause these diseases that we have over here. And of course, then apart from that, we have the infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. In that, we have the communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. You remember, the infectious diseases was further classified or categorized into the communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases, right? So, when we talk about the communicable diseases, these are the ones that will be spreading, right? Common cold, dengue, typhoid, malaria, all of these over here are the communicable diseases. Whereas, food poisoning is, of course, we know that it's non-communicable. Now, what are we trying to look over here? We're trying to move ahead for the different types of infectious agent. We have just discussed about the various diseases caused by these agents, and now we are moving towards that what will happen if they are not there, right? Just imagine what will happen if these diseases are not there in the body. Of course, we'll feel great. Now, let me just ask you a very simple question, right? Now, these communicable diseases, right? How they are spreading? What is the reason behind it? Of course, just imagine a world where there are no disease. We are super happy. But we know that there are diseases around us, right? Now, tell me how these communicable diseases will be spreading from one individual to the another individual. Yes? I can see. Bishal, it is called as ringworm because, so the major symptom that it has is like on the skin, there will be the formation of ring like this. That's why it's called as a ringworm. Yes. Now you tell me what is the difference between, I can see one question, that what is the difference between a non-infectious and non-communicable? Think about it. In non-infectious diseases, we discussed about the diabetes, right? And what all we discussed? We discussed the diabetes, non-infectious, right? If the internal body is not working properly, of course, it's non-infectious. Now, what is the difference to non-communicable? Now, in non-communicable, food poisoning can be caused by the various pathogens, right? Or maybe if you are eating the not so good food, rotten food. So over here we have the difference, right? It is non-communicable. If someone has a food poisoning, of course, the person cannot transfer it to the other person. That's the only difference. Very fine line. Yes. Yes. Very good, Tarun. Are we clear with it? Yes, Ashish, it is. Now you think about how communicable. Let me just give you a very important hint. The causing agent, right? Over here we have an agent that will be carrying the pathogens, and that pathogen can actually, if it's bit someone, of course we can get the disease. So I gave you the answer. Yes? Shraddha, no. AIDS is not the non-infectious disease. Yes? I can see the answers. Ashish, I'm sure you got the answer from here. Yes? Now, coming back to the main point that we were discussing, that how these communicable diseases are spread, and of course, we'll be discussing in that how the diseases are getting spread. And of course, when we talk about it, we have various things that we need to learn. Of course, over here, we'll be discussing about that how the diseases causing agent spread from the infected individual to the healthy individual. And over here, we have the various factors, or we can say various means of spreading of diseases. Starting over here, we have so many. We have air, we have food and water, right? We have indirect contact, we have direct contact, and then we have the vectors. So now what we'll do? Let's quickly get into the details of learning about them. So how air acts as a medium of causing disease. Of course, we have the common example, common cold, right? So when a person sneezes or cough, what will happen? The microorganisms will come out, right, in the droplets that when we sneeze or when we cough, and they will be there in the atmosphere. If a healthy person come in contact with that, what will happen? Those droplets will be going inside the body and will be causing the disease, right? So over here, we have the example of the air that act as a medium to spread the disease. Yes, have the example COVID and common cold. Yes, are we clear with this? Yes, are we clear with this? Amazing. Moving to the next, we have food and water, the most common, right? Diseases that are caused by the agents, right? When they actually carry some of the pathogens from the food and the water. So over here we can see the fly, right? This fly maybe coming from some dustbin which has lots of pathogen. It will be sitting there to get the food, and what will happen? The pathogens are there on its stick. They stick to the legs, right? And if we just sit on the food, what will happen? The pathogens are over there, and if we eat it, we'll get the disease, right? Easiest of all. Same goes with the water. If the water is contaminated with the pathogens, and if we drink that water, we'll get the disease. So over here, we talked about the food and the water. Examples are cholera and typhoid. Moving ahead to the indirect contact. For example, this was there when we were discussing about, right, when you had basically the information about the COVID-19. For example, if a person is suffering, right, and if they touch on the surface, maybe that's not a case, right? Sometimes we can get the, if they have coughed it, we can easily get the pathogens. Apart from that, one of the common thing that we see, I'm sure you must have experienced it in your school also. If you get the eye infection, your teacher will be asking you to, you stay aram se at home, take care of yourself, right? Yes, everyone, I'm sure this is the easiest of all to understand. Indirect contact, right? Infectious diseases that can be spread by the indirect contact, touching a contaminated surface or an object. Yes? So, of course, we have the example of, yes, right. Moving ahead really very quickly to the direct contact. Of course, as the word suggests, direct contact, ringworm, AIDS and syphilis. So, the infectious diseases that are often spread direct through the person to person in contact by, by hugging, by holding hands, or by any sexual contact. And over here we have the examples of it. So, the AIDS is an infectious disease, right? Over here as we can see, right? And of course, it has lots of medium, especially the direct medium. Yes, are we clear? So AIDS will not be spreading by shaking hands or by hugging, right? If there is exchange of the body fluids, then of course a healthy person can get infected. Yes, everyone, are we clear? Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Moving ahead, we have less time now. We have to quickly move ahead to the vectors. And what happens over there? Mosquitoes, right? So these mosquitoes are there, and of course these animals, right, they will be carrying the infectious agent. So if these mosquitoes will be biting someone, what will happen? They'll be releasing those pathogens into the body, and of course the person will be getting the disease. Yes? Are we clear? We have malaria, dengue and rabies. Now let's talk about a very interesting disease we have. Have you heard about this? Japanese. Yes? Now I want to see you. Everyone, focus over here. Yes. Very good, very good. Oh, I can see Tarun answering. Brain fever. Pratima is saying yes. Very good. Hi, Sheetal. Think about it, think about it. I'm sure you must have heard. Very good, Ashish. Yes, so we have the Japanese encephalitis, right? A very interesting disease. What happens over there is very important for our next topic. Now, see what will happen. There's a mosquito coming, okay? I hope it will not bite me, right? So, if this mosquito will be biting the person over here, what will happen? The person will not get the disease immediately, After some time, the person will experience the fatigue in the body, the headache, right? Coughing, vomiting, and the high fever. Now, what is happening over here is really very interesting. So, in this case, what will happen? The virus that is affecting over here will be going to the target organ, that is brain, right? That is the brain. And then only these symptoms will be there. So let me just tell you a very important thing about over here. Now, there are some pathogens that will be targeting a specific organ, right? They'll be targeting a specific organ. And once they'll be reaching at that particular organ, then of course we'll be getting the symptoms. This is really very important. Then over here, we call these diseases, of course, these specific things that happen, the organ specific manifestation, right? This is really very important. Yes. Yes, Divya, you tell me. It's Japanese, right? Encephalitis, right? We say K. The C is actually a little bit silent. We say it's K, right? And of course, we're focusing on Li. Encephalitis. Oh, wait. It's really very interesting. Pronounce along with me. I hope you can do it. But you will be focusing on the K over here and not the C. Yes. Amazing. Now we are done with the organ specific. Now we'll be moving to the very interesting AIDS disease, right? So we have AIDS, and when we talk about the symptoms, if at all the person get infected by the virus, what will happen? The symptoms will be there. Symptoms will be there, but of course they will be there in the body for a very long time, right? The virus is there in the body for a very long time, but the symptoms will come after a long gap. And of course, this time this will be going at the tissues. Now this particular virus will be directly going to the tissues, right? And once they're actually infecting the tissues only, then of course we'll be able to see the symptoms. Yes? Okay, wait a minute. Lots is happening in the chat. Yes, as of now, there is no permanent treatment of AIDS. Yes. So what happens in AIDS is basically the lymphatic tissues are getting affected, right? And of course, it will be damaging the immune system. So the virus will be attacking on the immune system of the body. And of course, the person eventually will not be able to fight back the various pathogens that they can easily do. Common cold, right? So their immunity is getting affected. Yes, Bishal, rabies causes the water phobia. Like if a dog which is infected with the rabies, if that particular dog will bite someone, of course the person will have the water phobia. Yes? Yes, are we clear with it? Yes, yes, Sanya, it's the sexually transmitted diseases. Very good. Shraddha, I have answered your question. Very good, Ashish. Yes. Okay, great. So, from Sheetal is asking, from mother infected by AIDS happens to children during pregnancy. There are chances of it. Okay, awesome. Moving ahead, everyone. So, the one thing that we have just discussed is the tissue-specific manifestation. It's a very important concept. Now, let's quickly move ahead to a very important question again. Because we have less time, we have to just do it really very quickly. Malaria spread through what? Of course, I want the answer really very quickly. Right? Malaria spreads through vector. Absolutely correct. Arya. Then, of course, we have a long chain of people. Very good. So, correct answer is the vector. Now, we'll be moving ahead, everyone. And of course, you know what? Well, let's quickly summarize all of the things that we have over here with us. So, we'll be discussing about the summary, right? Before that, yeah, you were saying that now we can make a chart. Think about it, right? We can make a flow chart, but let's be very quick. So, in today's class, we have discussed about the disease, right? We talked about the disease caused by pathogens, right? So we have that. Just making it really very quick: infectious and non-infectious. Then of course we have communicable and non-communicable. Right, over here we have these two. In communicable we have disease that can be easily spread, right? And of course non-communicable cannot be. We have the examples with this, and of course we have discussed it. Various disease names. So let's quickly come back over here and let's do the quick summary. I'll give you the flow chart in the next class, right? Now let's discuss about, we have discussed that diseases are caused by pathogens, lack of proper nutrition, change in genetic makeup, pollution, poverty, lack of public service. Of course, these causes can be further grouped into the immediate and the contributory causes. We have non-infectious and infectious diseases. We have communicable and non-communicable diseases. Yes, yeah. It's okay. where we have over here. Yeah. So of course you will be getting a great, a clear chart of it, all of it, right? So that will be great. So you can note this down. And over here we have. Moving back, we discussed about the communicable diseases, right? The non-communicable diseases, how they spread. And then we talked about the different modes of spreading of disease, right? Air, water, food. Then we have direct contact, indirect contact. And then we have discussed about the vectors. Yes. So then we discussed about the organ and the tissue manifestation. So over here, yes Tarun. So what will happen in the tissue? So that particular pathogen will be directing, right, or will be targeting the particular specific tissue. So in the case of AIDS, when we talk about, it actually will be targeting the, what will be targeting? It will be targeting the lymphatic tissues. So if a particular pathogen is targeting a tissues, we call it as a tissues manifestation, right? Simple. Now everyone, I'm sure, let's quickly wrap this session. But before you go, you know what? Here we have an interesting thing for all of you because you really want this, right? What we have? We have the quiz. We have the mentee quiz. So I want all of you, come on, all of you to go to the mentee.com, right? You need to go there, over there. Open a different tab, right? In your phones, or in your systems, right? You have to use this code, which is 10906024. I want to see all of you there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Are you there already? Okay. I can see few things happening. I can see a lot of you. Yes, right? I can see many of you over here. Yes. Now I'm ready. Full screen. I can see. Okay, I can see a few kids over here. Amazing. I am sure you can see. Over here we have 11 people joining. Come on everyone. The code over here is 10906024. You have to go to the www.mentee.com. Yes? Awesome. Okay. Now that you all are here, let's start a quiz. Okay, I want few more. I just want one more. Let's just make it 20. Come on. Akriti, you have to go to the www.mentee.com. Then they will be asking you to tell the code, and the code is over here 10906024. Yes? Very good, Anushka. Awesome. I can see amazing smileys. Okay, everyone. So let's start. Are you ready? Yes? So maybe, there are chances that if you are there on the mentee, you need to move out from the YouTube. So don't worry, right? So you can come back. Awesome. Now we are starting with the first question. I want all of you to be really very fast, because the faster you are, the more points you will get. So for example, if there are two kids, both of them are giving the right answer, the faster kid will be getting the more marks. So you got the trick, right? Over here we have, and let's start to the question. Here we have, which among the following is not a contributory cause of disease? 30 seconds you have. Come on, everyone. Yes, Akriti, you can answer in the comments as well. But your name will not be there in the leaderboard. But that's okay, but you will be getting the right answer. Yes. Which among the following is not the contributory cause of the diseases? Genetics, pathogen, pollution, and poverty. Super easy question. We have just discussed it. And the correct answer is 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ta-da! Which of these is not a contributory? See, in contributory we were talking about what? We talked about the genetics, pollution, and the poverty, right? Pathogen is the immediate cause, so it's not the contributory cause. Simple, right? So, out of 30, 10 of you have voted for the correct answer, 6 for genetics, 5 for pollution, and 9 for it. Okay, let's move ahead. Yes, and here we go. So the correct answer over here, as you can see, the immediate cause is the pathogen, right? And the contributory cause is over here, the lack of nutrition, genetics, poverty, lack of public service, and the pollution. Awesome, I can see lots of likes. Very good. Moving ahead to the next question, right? We'll wait for some time. And are you guys ready? Yes. Okay, it's taking some time. Yes. Okay, maybe. Let's just wait for some time. I can't see. Okay, I'm just clicking. Okay, I'm just going back. And I'm just going again. Okay, hopefully it will help. Yes. Is it changing something? Okay. Hopefully. Yeah. Got it, everyone. Now, second question over here. Come on, come on, come on. I want all of you to answer it really very quickly. An example of non-infectious diseases. Super easy. An example of non-infectious disease is, we have these. We have malaria, tuberculosis, diabetes, and cholera. Super easy question, right? Everyone, come on, vote. It's really very interesting, and of course, all of you have voted. 27%, actually 27 of you have voted for the correct answer, which is diabetes, malaria, tuberculosis, and cholera are the infectious diseases, whereas diabetes is not. Right? Awesome. Let's move ahead and let's look at the solution of it. So we have the infectious diseases. As you can see, infectious and non-infectious diseases. Right? I can see a lot of likes over here. And let's move to the next question. Happy birthday. Over here we go. And question number 3 for all of you. Okay. Seems there's some net issue. Going back and then coming back over here. It's buffering, man. Why? Question number 3, everyone. Yes, here we go. So the disease shown below is caused by. Okay, very interesting, right? I'm sure you know which disease this is, in which of course we can see the type of an elephant leg, right? One leg is normal and one is, looks like an elephant egg. Sorry, leg. We have the worms, virus, bacteria, and the fungi. Very good. Come on, everyone, answer. And yes, the correct answer to this particular question is option number 1, that is the worms. Very good. And over here, we have the answer with us, right? So over here we can see it is caused by the worms. Yes, Elephantiasis. Very good. Okay. Moving to the next question, everyone. Come on, come on. Question number 4 out of 10. Just be very careful. Just be very careful about it. You have 4 questions. We are done. Like we are on question number 4. Give all the answers. Yes. Let's see this question. Again, a very interesting question that we have discussed, that the ringworm is caused by virus, fungi, bacteria, and protozoa. Super interesting and super easy, right? I can see a lot of you in the YouTube chat box. Can see your comments. Ringworm is caused by. Super easy question, right? Okay. Everyone has voted and 23 of you have voted for the correct answer, which is fungi. What happened to the virus? These people who have voted for virus, bacteria, and protozoa. The correct answer is fungi. Right? Note that down. Moving ahead. Of course, we know that it's caused by the fungi. My God, you guys are really very fast. I can see some of you writing the timings. It's really amazing. Here we have the next question, right? We'll be moving ahead to the next question. And Let's look for it. Question number 5, everyone. Yes, which among the following is an airborne disease, right? Which is caused by using the medium of air. We have cholera, goiter, diabetes, and common cold. I'm sure you know the answer. It's really very easy. Yes. I want all of you to vote very quickly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Time's up, and the correct answer is option number D. 28 of you have voted for the correct answer. That is common cold. Only one person have voted for the diabetes. Okay, but now you know the correct answer. That's common cold. Moving ahead to the solution part of it, we know that, right, the common cold is caused by the air, right, by using the medium of air. Awesome. Now, I can see a lot of likes coming. Okay, let's move ahead. Yes, Anushka will be keeping that in mind. And, ta-da, here we have the leaderboard. Oh wait, where it went? Okay, going back, and let's just come back again. Now this is really very dicey. Mentee and me, I don't know. Okay, what should I do, Jasima? Should I go back? And I'm coming over here again. Ta-da! Okay, guys, just give me 1 minute. Hopefully now it will appear. Yes. Okay. I don't know what I can do over here. It's coming and it's going. Okay, I have to refresh it. So give me a movement, everyone. I will be refreshing the... Right? I'll be refreshing it. And let's do it. We will exit from here and we'll quickly refresh it. Yes. Okay, now let's present it and yeah. Okay. Hopefully now it all will be fine. Yes. Okay. Okay, Jasima, can you help me to just do this? Yes, guys, just wait for some time. I did the refreshing part. Yes. Man, this is... Yes, oh yes, right? Just before the... Okay. Just before all of this, the leaderboard that we have. Okay. Okay, 1 minute, guys. We need to fix this, right? Okay. 1 minute. Yes, guys, yeah. The problem is fixed. Yeah, I vanished in between. I was just taking a tech break. Yeah, now I am sure you can see the screen. I don't know why it happens. Why? Over here we have the leaderboard, right? We still have 5 questions, so you can see your names over here. Congratulations to each one of you. We need to move really very quick because thank you guys, you are here for almost an hour, right? So claps for all of you. Moving very quickly ahead, we have 5 more questions. If, that's your time to redeem the first position. Really very quickly. Moving to the next question we have question number 6. Okay. Seems like there's some jinx to the mentee today that we all are into. We have easy questions, right? We can easily do it, but I don't know why. Here we go. Okay. So, I'm sure you can see right over here. That was a leaderboard, right? And here we have the leaderboard again. The mentee code is 10906024. Right, this is done. And let's move to the next question. Question number 6 we have. Hopefully this time we'll be able to see the question and not the... Yes, we have the question. Hi Fatima, good evening. We have to choose the odd one out from here. What we have the pathogen, we have pollution, we have dirty environment, and we have the nutritious food. So which one of these is odd one out? Right? Odd one out. Easy question. Yes? All of you, come on, vote. I can see the answer in the YouTube chat box. Which of these is odd one out, right? And of course, the correct answer is nutritious food. So 17 of you have voted for this, nutritious food. Of course, we know that pathogen, pollution, and dirty environment are the causes, right? They'll be causing a disease. Whereas nutritious food will be keeping us healthy. Interesting, right? So option number D, right? The last option is the correct answer. Now, let's move ahead and let's see the solution part of it. So we know we have all of these are the causes of the disease. Right? I can see a lot of thumbs up over here. I hope you're enjoying these question sessions with us. Awesome. Moving to the next question. We will have a very interesting question, right? But we have to wait for the question to appear. Okay. I think let's just go back and we can come back again. Yes, something is happening. Looking for results. I really don't want to go ahead, because sometimes when I press, you might miss the question. Here you have question number 7. Ta-da! Drum rolls. Which among the following causes AIDS? We have all of these, right? Interesting options. Now, this is the easiest question, I believe. Easiest of all, I believe. Like, all the questions were really very easy. But yeah, this can be a really very easy question altogether. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's all for you and it's all because of you. Dab, yes. 3, 2, and 1. And the times is up. Time's up. The correct answer is HIV, right? It's a virus and it is a cause of AIDS. Very good. Yes? So, 30 of you out of 33 have voted for the correct answer. Congratulations. Right, let's move ahead and let's look at the solution part of it. So we know that HIV, which is human immunodeficiency virus, is the cause of the HIV AIDS, right? Okay. Thanks for the likes and let's move to the next question right over here. Over here we go and hopefully this time just comes, right? And here we have the next question. Okay, we were discussing about this, right? Kala Azar is an example of We have this diseases, bacterial disease, viral disease, protozoan disease, or the fungal disease. Yes? Okay, go ahead. Very interesting, and I can see the answers over here. Eighteen of you have voted for the correct answer, that is a protozoan disease, right? Kala azar is caused by the protozoa, a type of it. Very good. And here we have the solution of it. Over here we have the diseases that are caused by the protozoan. We have malaria, sleeping sickness, and kala azar. Yes, likes. Moving ahead to the next question. And we will be looking at the question number 9. So we have 2 more questions with us. And here we have the question. An example of bacterial disease among the following is. So here we have the goiter, corona, dengue and cholera among these. Which is the bacterial disease? Interesting question, right? We just have to identify the bacterial disease. Misclick? I understand, it happens. Bacterial disease, yes. Very good. Cholera is a bacterial disease and 19 of you have voted for the correct answer. Goiter is not an infectious disease, right? We know that, of course, it is the, I will not be going into the detail, but it's an internal disease that happens, right? Then, of course, corona, not a bacterial, it's a viral disease. Dengue, viral disease, right? So, over here we have the solution, right? And now let's move to the, so dengue, of course, the vector over here is the mosquito, but of course there's a virus which plays into the which is there in the picture. Last question, everyone. Question number 10. Here we go. Last question. Last question. Acne is caused by the, very interesting question, right? You just have to find whether the statement is true or false. Yes? Is it true or false? The statement that we have with us is true or false? You guys are really very quick, and all of you have voted. 29 of you have voted for the correct answer and 4 have voted for the incorrect, that is false. We know that the statement is absolutely correct. Acne is caused by the bacteria. Here we go. Right, we have this. And everyone, let's see if you can see the leaderboard now. Hopefully we'll be getting the leaderboard now. Yes. Okay. Without any problem, we have the leaderboard. Okay. So we have Ashish as the winner. Congratulations. Here's the leaderboard, everyone. You can come back on the YouTube and of course you can see the leaderboard. Yes. Yeah, right. Goiter is a cause due to the lack of the iodine, right? We have it in the thyroid gland. Very good. Then we have Adriya, then we have Akshay, Abhijit, then Ruben, Aryan, Shraddha. Oh, disease is the fastest one. Chapter name. Then we have kids, and then we have Anushka. Congratulations, everyone. Very good. Congratulations to each one of you. Super excited, right? So I hope you have enjoyed this. For me, it was a good experience though, but yeah, some technical glitch here and there, but it's okay. Right? Thank you. Now what we'll do? You know what? We got you covered. You don't have to worry about it. We will be having 9th class sessions on a regular basis. And thank you for staying for so long, right? We started at 5 and now we all are here. So congrats and kudos to each one of you. That means that you really want to learn, right? And you really want to learn with us. That means a lot. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you. Merry Christmas, right? In advance, and of course, Happy New Year in advance. Both of these. So we have free trial classes. You can, go in the YouTube. There's a link. You can just click on the link in the description box. And with that, everyone, I'll say bye-bye to you. Take care of yourself. The chapter is not over. I'm telling you, chapter is not over. In the next class, we'll be learning more about the diseases in detail. So get ready for that, right? We'll have so much store for you. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care of yourself. Lots of love from me. See you. Bye-bye.